What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. So this is going to be on a bit of a topic that I want to personally address. And this is going to be something very different, and at some points that anyone who would find this sensitive to address, this is going to be for me at a very personal way of expressing things. And when it comes to being a musician or a music fan at all, whether you are one or just a lover of supporting bands and artists with a collection that you've got, this term of a topic needs to be addressed. And I'm talking about females who are metal musicians that deserve better. Now, before I dive into that, I want to say that most of my collection are tons, and I mean tons, of male-fronted and male-formed bands. But that does not mean that I disregard the opposite sex who are musicians. Some of my favourites of all time include Aretha Franklin, Joni Mitchell, Björk, and Emmylou Harris, Amy Winehouse, many more. And I love to be as open as possible for whatever comes to mind with what I look and approach, and especially to listen to for music. So, I love many genres of music. A lot of them do involve female musicians. But when it comes to the metal scene, that is absolutely unfortunate that it's the most controversial for women, because while the more I thought about it, here's my point. Musicians who are female absolutely deserve the most respect and the most attention in the right way possible. And with many people, especially any metalhead, with their attitude, some points, and sometimes they disregard these types of people who are musicians. They wrongly accuse them and to say they are wrong for being a musician, they shouldn't be in any band, they should do this or that, in any disgusting way of behaviour like that. So, here are some examples. Amy Lee from Evanescence. I love Amy Lee's voice. While I'm not really a fan of Evanescence, just because that she got the most attention than the rest of the band, it makes the other band members feel left out, that they should deserve as much of the credit than just a female like Amy Lee to get the most attention just because of who she is. It's all about the whole band. And while I really appreciate the talent that Amy Lee still has, the rest of the band deserve a lot more than just giving it all to Amy Lee. Another example, the front woman of Ginger. It's basically the same thing. She got a lot of attention than giving the other bandmates any whatsoever. While it is awe-inspiring, her talent in Ginger blows my mind. She is amazing. But for some other words who are vocalists, but as others like drummers to guitarists, they just get the attention for the looks. And that's what I don't like. And it's just something that needs to be talked about and heard even more. Just because you like the look of a musician, it's not about the looks of the eyes, the makeup, the boobs, or anything like that. That is not the proper way how to treat these types of musicians with the most respect, okay? I absolutely appreciate any sexuality, race, and whatever kind. I really think that they are special. They are special people as much as musicians who are male. So just because that I don't have a lot of albums from artists or bands who are female does not mean that I dislike them whatsoever. I have some friends, I have some musicians that are friends of mine who are female, and I love, as people, as much as musicians, with whatever type of role that they got and still have to deliver with their art, their craft, like ones I've mentioned earlier on, they absolutely are always worth it. They are worth your own time and patience to support one another the most acceptable and appreciative way possible. So that's all I would personally like to address on things like this. I know it can be confrontational at points. It can be difficult for anybody else to address something like this, but I really want to hear what you personally think of something like this in the comments down below, as a music fan and musician that I am. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.